All right, so in this specific one, we are going to host a website, a static website on Amazon S3 bucket. Okay, so let's get started and see how actually this thing works. Okay, so for this demonstration purpose, I have one S3 file created on my GitHub account. You can use this for your demonstration purpose. All right, so yeah, let's get started with it. Let's go to S3. I'll access it through my favorite path. Okay, and then we are going to create a bucket. Okay, let's click on create. I'll write the bucket name. It should be unique, and then leave everything as default, and then click on create bucket. Okay, now as you can see, the bucket is created. Okay, now click on this bucket. Now it's the time to upload the objects, upload the file, right? So in order to do that, let me just clone this repo in my local. So I'll go to desktop, and here I'll do a git clone. Okay, and let me just show you what actually the files currently present here. Okay, let me do a cd over here, and yeah, so these are the files which are currently present here. Okay, this will be the index file which we would be rendering and which will be acting as a UI for us. This is error.html file. So let's say if there is a page which let's say some the user redirects to someone else, then this will be the page which will be displaying. Okay, all right, so we are all set and let's get things started. Okay, so yeah, let's come back to S3, click on upload, click on add files, go to this folder and upload all the files and click on open. Click on upload and it will upload all the files one by one. Okay, let us wait for some time, and as you can see here, it is showing as succeeding, pending, in progress, and success. Right, things are done, and let's view the object. Here it is. Okay, now let's go to properties, and here we are going to host our website, and here you will be getting an option for host static website. Okay, so yeah, this is the option that I was talking about. I'll click on edit, click on enable. Okay, and here it is asking for the index document, right? It can be home.html, but the standard that we follow while development is the index.html file, which would be the actual face of our application. So index.html, and here it is asking for the error document, which is an optional feature. So this is written when an error occurs, right? So here we have created error.html file itself, and then we are going to click on save changes. Now, as we already understood about the public IP and private IP, right? Now, what will happen if I click on this IP, right? Do you think that it will host the website? Let's wait for some time. What issue we are getting is here it is showing us that access is denied. Now remember, if you in the first video we saw how we were uploading the image, right? At that specific time, what we did, we enabled the public access, right? For that, let's go to permission. Whenever anything's come here for permission related, right, uh, such as access denied, we should immediately it should trigger our mind that it is something related to public permissions, right? Okay, now here the first option itself says that block all public access is on. We need to turn this off, right? Let's turn this off and click on save changes and click on confirm, because this is a website that we want the user to view, right? That's why we are enabling this permission. Now let us refresh. Does it change anything? No. Why? Because we need to generate the policy, right? Now let's go to bucket policy, and here we are going to generate a policy. Okay, now let's generate the policy as we did earlier. We need to select the type of policy. Okay, so here the policy that we want to implement here is for AWS S3 bucket, and we want the user to allow. Basically, it should be a get, right? When you click on action, we want to allow the action of get object. So I'll just click and search for get object. Get object, here it is. Okay, and then here it is asking for ARN, Amazon resource name, and where do we find it? It's just above the bucket policy name. Copy it, go to the generator, paste it, followed by a slash, because under this specific directory we have all the files present, right? Click on add statement and generate policy. Our work is done. Now let me copy this, I'll paste it over here, click on save changes. Now things are done, everything is set, at this place. I'll go back to the forbidden page and then I'll refresh. Now, as you can see, our website is live, up and running. Okay. So that was all about this demonstration where I wanted to show you how you can host your static website, right, in AWS. Now let me just write console here. Okay. Now if we are writing something else, okay, it won't redirect to somewhere else, right? So that was all about this one. Okay. Now how do you close this thing, right? Go back to S3. Okay. Now you need to clear all the objects which are currently present here. You need to delete it first and then go to buckets and delete the bucket. That is how you will be able to do the things. All right. So that was all about this video where we learned about how we can host our static website in AWS S3 and what are the steps that we followed. We created a bucket, we uploaded the object, we defined the properties, we defined the permission, we generated the policy, and after all this thing is done, our website was up and running. All right. So that was all about this. See you in the next one.